The focus is the guy behind you. Tom McCarthy covers the Phillies, and he says he always sees Kyle Schwarber working on the curveball machine, that it keeps him centered on the fastball.
Lauren, what did I tell you? You go into a slump.
Yeah.
I think it's the best drill to get you back. Curveball machine, which doesn't make sense, but if you cheat a little bit on it, it exposes all your flaws. But we were sitting here kind of whispering to each other before we came out and want to talk about Kyle Schwarber, and what were we saying? Phillies are dangerous.
Phillies are dangerous, and I think the way this matchup is evolving, it looks like Philadelphia's got to go play St. Louis.
Win one game, you get Wheeler for game one. They can't have Wheeler have to pitch the final game of the year. I don't like that.
Right.
So get your
They're dangerous because, some days they look bad at home plate, and lately they haven't looked great. But then every now and then, pow, pow, and you're going, okay, now we're down 3 or 4, and you got to fight back. So they are a dangerous team right now.
All right, I want to jump in. He's had such an interesting career. He came up as what I believed can't miss from the offensive side. I'm a little shocked, and I would love to dive in with him at some point. I think he should be a higher batting average
There's
guy.
no doubt in my mind. Right now he's sitting at 217. But everything you see up at home plate and what he does.
He looks like he's in total control.
Right. I mean, throw me a 270 piece out there.
I think he can throw you a 270
I think he can
piece.
too.
All right, so he gets drafted by the Cubs, 4th overall pick. Obviously an unbelievable middle linebacker in high school, killing people. And then it was interesting. He gets non-tendered by the Cubbies. He gets picked up by the Nats on a 1-year deal and just goes historic. Let's get into the tape. Because he has owned Nats Park to the tune of, I got to change the name at the end of this. Let Brendan mock some stuff up. So there he is in 2021. He comes into this ballpark on a 1-year deal and has one of the greatest months the game has ever seen. 16 bombs in the month of June, all right? He goes 30 RBIs in 27 games. He has a 760 slug. Every ball was hit to all parts of the field, and he's got one of the shortest swings in the game. He is totally locked in at the plate. I love it. So take me back before we morph into that, because I want to show something. You talk about rhythm and timing, where his hands are, short arms. I always feel like those guys have way more like short, quick to the baseball.
Right.
Rubio Durazo, I throw that name out.
Before you go any further, because when we talked about him sitting 217, when he's in the batter's box, you said he looks like he's in total control.
Yeah.
You just said he has one of the shortest, most compact swings in the game.
He should hit for better average.
There's no question in my mind that every now and then sacrifice maybe a homer or two and hit me a few more doubles up the gap.
Yeah, minimal movement here. Run this and get me. Pause. I mean, he is in total control, right? We had Pete Alonso. We did a skybox where most guys start their hands up. I see.
He's locked in over there. It's almost identical stuff going on.
It's crazy. We talked about Pete Alonso last week with Sean Casey. You got a lot of guys who start their hands here and it's a load down, and if they can get it back up in time. And Pete Alonso's one of those guys that's going up. He starts down and goes up. Same with Kyle Schwarber. Run it. I mean, he is in total pause. Bang! God, creating sick lag morph into what he's become with Philly. He has become one of the most prolific home run hitters in the game. But what he's able to do in this ballpark is crazy, because I played there in 2012, if you call it playing. I kind of hung out and was a glorified coach for a great team. But it's not an easy park that you just walk out there for batting practice and say, I'm going to stick it to right center or left center. You got to stone balls out of this yard. So he has been phenomenal, so we're going to change it to Schwarber Field. Bring me up the board of what he does in Nats Park, please. Last 27 games at Nationals Park, OPS at 1343. He's got 16 bombs and a 337 average with 27 RBIs. And I agree with Billy. It looks like they probably play the Cardinals.
Right.
Miles Michaelis is throwing the ball well, but Waino's had a tough go these last couple of starts going in. You go in there with Wheeler and Nola and Mr. Suarez and an offense that can score some runs. Bryce Harper, Real Muto, this monster.
I mean, it could be 1-0 the way he plays. He goes out there and he hits a leadoff homer, and everybody in St. Louisville is going, really? Yeah. Is that what we got? But you saw the board right there, 337 in that park. He's a better hitter than 220.
Does his shift get him? I don't think he hits too many balls on the ground.
Dude, he can hit rockets in the gap. You just showed he can leave to all parts of the field. When I said sacrifice maybe a home or two for a double in the gap, he's not sacrificing anything because he can leave from that line all the way around to that line. But give me a couple more contact points with some men on base. That's what I'm probably missing. You know, I get the swing and misses in today's game, but you strike out with a man on second or a man on third and walk back to the dugout, that doesn't do me any good. And I think he's good enough.
He doesn't have any holes.
No.
It's not like I had Max look over it. I'm like, what is his kind of kryptonite and what does he hammer? And he's like, across the board, his slug is pretty on par. Fastball, off-speed, breaking ball.
He can hit every pitch. He's got a short swing. And he knows the strike zone. To me, that all equates to something better than 217.
Yeah.